The parable of the 10 virgins. This one video is deep. Check it out. Jesus Christ, our Messiah, told a parable about the kingdom of heaven. He likened or compared it to 10 virgins getting ready to meet the bridegroom. He said 5 were wise and 5 were foolish. So Jesus himself compared the kingdom of heaven to a bridegroom getting married to 10 virgins. That's called biblical marriage, or what's modernly known as polygyny. Hence the emphasis on virgins, and those virgins was telling the bridegroom, calling him Lord, Lord. Even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord, because that was her husband. Abraham had wives and concubines, by the way. But Jesus said marriage is between a male and a female. Yes, Jesus was describing the act of consummation. However, you will never see Jesus limit a man to just one woman. Because even if he's like Jacob and has 4 wives, each woman that Jacob slept with, or each woman that the man sleeps with and takes care of, becomes one with him. That's why the commandment says that if he take him another wife, her food, her raiment, and her duty of marriage, that's conjugal, shall he not diminish. So you have to take care of all the women you sleep with, and you have to continue giving them consummation. That's why Jesus said, I know you not, because to know is the act of consummation. And again, emphasis on virgins. They were damsels, unmarried. They were not gunye women or any bridesmaids. That bridesmaids concept was not even existing at that time. Also, Jesus only had the Old Testament, the Tanakh, Genesis to Malachi. He didn't have a New Testament. He didn't have Paul's letters. And even though Paul didn't have the authority to change any laws or come up with any new commands, which he did not do, you just don't understand the original context of his word. For instance, when he says the husband of one wife, the word is mia or hais, which means one, first, a. So the monogamy only translators use the word one instead of the word first to show that if he's the husband of his first wife, though he may have 5, he is a covenant keeper. Or if he's the husband of a wife, though he may have 10, he still has a wife, showing that he can lead a house. And the 5 wise virgins went into the marriage and the door was shut. They were all righteously enjoying marriage together, and it was undefiled. Their marriage bed was undefiled. The commandments say thou shalt not lie with mankind, so it's telling man not to lie with man. It's telling man not to lie with beasts. And then when it gets to women, it says women don't lie with beasts. God purposely left out women on women. Though we know 2 women do not make a marriage, because marriage is between a man and a woman, and that's why Jesus compared this to heaven. Subscribe and follow for more.